So you're going to find the zeros of f, and so you set the equation equal to 0, which is the same as saying the top equal to 0. And so right here, since it's an absolute value, it can be -2 or 2 when you set equal to 0. But when you do 2 on the bottom, it gives you 0 on the denominator, so it can't be that. So it's x equal -2 is your 0. And so for b, you have to do the derivative at x equal 1, and so you assume that the absolute value is positive instead of negative. So you take the derivative assuming it's a positive number, and then plug in 1, so it gives you 0. And then the derivative with x equal -1, you assume that the absolute value would be negative, and then that changes just a little bit, and then you plug in -1 for your x and you get 4/9. And then for the range, you can just plug in the calculator because it's calculator active, and you get that it's from -1 to 1. So on this one, on A, you have to find the intervals that f is increasing. And so increasing and decreasing, you find the first derivative. So we just took the first derivative of that equation and got the critical points at x equals 0, -1, and 1, and put that on a number line. And then you plug in numbers in between them to find if it's increasing or decreasing. And so we plugged in -1/2 and got it was positive, so it's increasing there. And then plugged in -0.5, got negative, so it's decreasing. Plugged in 0.5, it's negative, so it's decreasing. And plugged in 1.5, and it's positive, so it's increasing. So your increasing interval is that. And then for intervals that the graph is concave upward, you find the second derivative. So I took the equation of this that we just got and got the points x equals 0 and x equals positive and negative square root of 1/2. So you put that on a different number line and do the same thing with the positive and negatives, but you plug them into this equation this time. And I got that it's concave up here and here on that interval. And then for the equation of each horizontal tangent line, you take the critical points up here and you find their y values, so you plug the x values into this equation to get the y's. And so the equations are at y equal 2, y equal 4, and y equals 0.